Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I guess this is going to be my first video, even though we do not have our arcade room built yet, but we'll get into that more in a second. But this, I guess, is going to be the first video and the introduction to a long project that I wanted to share with you guys. My name's Nick, and I think I have an arcade addiction. But anyway, let's get into it. So, the reason I'm recording this video is because I did a pickup on OfferUp. And I got this sorry, it's early morning. I got this Buck Hunter Pro cabinet, deluxe version from Arcade1up. And if you see all the way over there, I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em up Turtles in Time cabinet. It was a bundle deal, and I got these both for $400. Not each, together. So this Buck Hunter was $200. That Mutant Ninja Turtles was $200. Honestly, I don't see paying over $300 for an Arcade1up cabinet. I will never do it. I'd rather go on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, anywhere that I can go to get them, secondhand. I mean, if you look at this Buck Hunters Pro, this thing is flawless. It is in mint condition. Like, what is the difference from me spending $7.99, $6.99, $5.99, whatever the retail price is on this? I don't even know anymore because I haven't been collecting Arcade1up since 2022. But now I'm getting back into it and trying to rebuild my collection because I sold them all off. But I don't see paying over $300 for these cabinets. I mean, they would really have to come out with like an Aliens versus Predator or something that would blow me away to be like, okay, I'm going to spend $600 on a cabinet. I can't spend $800 on these. I'm sorry. I don't see how people could do it, but I'm not trying to like bash Arcade1up or anything, or Basic Fun technically now. But the thing is, like, the sweet spot for me, personally for me, is 300 and under. But anyway, this is the collection I built within 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks. All of these are finds from OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, and over here I have the Casino-cade. But let me say this real quick. I do not understand why people hated on this so much. This thing is friggin' awesome. The lights, the sounds, the build, look at the design of this cabinet. If you walked into a casino in Las Vegas or on Fremont Street, you would see something like this. I'm sorry, the community, like, I understand it's an arcade or it's a casino machine and we should be able to gamble. Like, how amazing would it have been if they would have added like a card reader right here and we could tap our debit card and actually gamble and win money? You know what I mean? But put that aside, like, for what it is, they did a good job on this cabinet. And I think the community, I'm just going to say this, I think the community has been really harsh on Arcade1up. If you look back, I looked back the other day because I've been watching so many videos of people like just bashing Arcade1up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You just name all the people within the arcade community, and they just go on and on. Oh, they're crappy cabinets. They keep releasing the same thing. Like, yeah, they gave us 1 million Pac-Mans, but I want each and every one of you that have bashed Arcade1up to go onto the website. I think it's called Arcade1up Cabinet Collection, and it lists every single arcade machine they've released. And if you really look at that list, it's like 69, 70 different arcade cabinets. They gave us a lot of titles. Within the 5-7 years that they were around before Basic Fun bought them out, like, they gave us so many titles within those years And the thing is just like people don't understand that they were a startup company. And they went from having those crappy shark fin cabinets, the Gen 1 cabinets, to like now we have like a literal 3/4 scale accurate MK2. Like, look at this cabinet, man. And people like, oh, they need to be, I agree. They need to be the replicas of them in a 3/4 scale. That I 100% agree. 100% agree with you guys about that. But people want it so accurate. Like, they nit at this point. Like, if you look at this cabinet and you don't think this is good enough, you're nitpicking. You're nitpicking at this point. And if you're nitpicking this hard on that cabinet, like, this cabinet is perfect. In my opinion, this cabinet is perfect. If you're nitpicking at this and saying Arcade1up didn't do their thing with this and didn't give us what we wanted, you need to just go buy the real cabinet, because you don't want what they're offering. This is supposed to be a home hobby for people that don't want to haul around the giant cabinet that weighs hundreds of pounds. This is supposed to be for the people that want a 3/4 scale. That's why I don't know why they're doing the XLs. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the XLs, because the point of Arcade1up, and XLs are only because of the people nitpicking and complaining. That's why XLs even exist. We're not supposed to get the exact replica of an arcade. We're supposed to get the scaled down version that is a perfect replica. So that's why I will never buy an XL. I will only buy the deluxe models, or now, what are they called? The Supreme, and I don't even know what they call them now. But I will only get the deluxe models. And all the ones that you see that have risers, like these, I'm going to completely make them into a deluxe version. And I think I figured out a way to do it using the actual riser. But we'll get into that later. But what I'm saying is, I don't understand the hate on Arcade1up. Yeah, they gave us a lot of Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Mans and a bunch of different Mortal Kombats. But I think as a company, as a startup company that is trying to make money, they had to go through an evolution. And in a business, you evolve. You don't start off with this. You know, unless you have a really good funding behind you when you do a business. They went from the Gen 1 shark fin cabinets to these legacy type cabinets to these deluxe versions. And they finally gave us what we've been asking them for, and the community's still not happy. So it's like, you guys bash them at every turn. And they were listening, and they were giving us what we wanted towards the end. They finally were, like, from 2022 or 2023 up until this point, they were giving us deluxe versions that look like the actual arcade and the actual arcade cabinets. And then they even catered to you guys further and said, let's make XL version, which I hate the XL version because I don't want an exact replica. That's not the point of this. Otherwise, I go buy the real machine. But anyway, I'm dragging it on. So in my opinion, the deluxe versions of Arcade1up, like, when they get the cabinet like this, yes, I don't care what anybody in the community has to say. I am telling you, from someone who wants an authentic cabinet, scaled down to a 3/4 version, there you go. I will never sell this. Same thing with the Miss Pac-Man Galaga class of 81. Perfect. Buck Hunters, perfect. This one, I need to do a deluxe modification, but they did their thing on this one. Like, very, very close. This I do complain about. The washout on this marquee is absolutely horrendous, but it is what it is. Like, this is it. And the Ridge Racer and etc. You guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, back to the point of this video. So, Buck Hunters Pro, Turtles in Time, $400, $200 each. That's all I paid. Found it on OfferUp. As you can see, I thought from the listing they spray painted it. It's not spray paint. It's like that acrylic paint that you get at Walmart. You know, they're like $1.99 for the little acrylic bottle. They just brushed it all over it. As you can see, it is just blacked out. Everything works great. It even has the LED thing. And when I saw this on camera, I was like, I'm not too sure about that, like the LED lights. But you know, after you turn it on and you actually look at it, they're actually pretty cool. So I actually don't mind it, but it's there for the most part. Like the cabinet, people would be like, why'd you pay $200? Like, if you see what this cabinet goes for on some of these sites, it's like, it's crazy the prices people put on these things now. But $200 is a steal, even in this condition. So that's what this video is about. I am going to show you guys on the next video. You're seeing it now. I'm giving you guys an overview of this now. You see what they did to it. Let me turn it on for you guys too. So you can see the marquee lights up still. And you can see the turtles in the background. See that? You can see where they brushed. They brushed all this paint on here. It works fine. Everything on here works, see? Buttons, joysticks, everything on here is working. Cowabunga. So, they even have the coin doors. They didn't paint this part. All this is whatever was black, they didn't touch. But everything else, the riser, look on the sides, this, but you can see it poking through. So I'm gonna restore this, and this is why I wanted to buy this, because this is perfect for a video. I am going to restore this back to its original state. Like, I'll lift it up right here, and you can see on the bottom, you see a little bit of turtle right there. So what I'm gonna do is restore it. I even started over here already. A little bit of rubbing alcohol and a dry eraser, like a Mr. Clean eraser. Like, it got it all off. So it comes off. I'm not gonna say absolutely easy, but it comes off better than if it was spray paint. Back is still good. They didn't touch anything there. You can still see the original stuff poking through. Just, you know, it needs a little love. It needs a little TLC. So that's gonna be the let me start this up real quick. Okay, that's gonna be the premise of this video. Is I'm gonna do a whole restoration rehaul on this. And another thing, if you see the original arcade cabinet, the decks aren't flat like this. You see, the deck is completely flat. Like, that'd be great to put your drink on or whatever. But, like, isn't it possible? And I don't know. I don't know if I've seen anybody do this. But I'm going to do it to this one. I'm going to do it to this cabinet. So I'm letting you guys know. Let me turn this down real quick. So I'm going to take this off. And you'll see when you take this off that it's just a straight piece of wood underneath here. What would happen if we cut that at an angle, right? What if we cut that at a slight angle? Instead of it being straight, cut them both at a slight angle and then put the deck back on. Wouldn't that tilt the deck so it would be just like the original arcade cabinet? Just a thought that I'm going to experiment with, and we're going to find out. Because if that's the case, this is the perfect shape. This looks just like the Konami cabinet. If I just do that, I mean, and then deluxe it, make it a deluxe instead of a riser, I mean, you have a deluxe Turtles in Time, essentially. But, you know, so there it is, guys. $200, Turtles in Time, purchased on OfferUp, needs a little bit of love. We're going to give it to it. And we'll see what happens with this little project right here. But honestly, guys, look at it. I think it's beautiful. And I see what the potential is, especially with that marquee. I cannot wait to take that off and you know, just make it look good. But yeah, but here's the little collection I have inside our house.